Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Two-Fiddy. I'm your host, Frank Soldado, the Quizmaster for you Filmageddon faithful out there. We're going to be watching the 6th film today on the IMDb's top 250 films list, and that would make it film number 244? 245. Maths, eh? Yeah. The film that we're watching today, I'm pretty excited about because it's going to be the first film I've seen from director Akira Kurosawa, and it's going to be Throne of Blood. So the film is basically a retelling of the plot of Macbeth. I'm vaguely familiar with the plot of Macbeth, but the film's got some pretty high praise around the interwebs. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes is pretty good, I would say. And some literary critics have called it the best adaptation of Macbeth. Everyone's always on about Kurosawa films, and this is my first time watching one, so I'm really hoping to not be let down here. Well, I will see you in an hour and 50 minutes my time and like 10 seconds your time. Okay, wow, just finished watching Akira Kurosawa's 1957 Throne of Blood, or also known as Spider's Web Castle. Yeah, that. I think that was the original title in Japanese because Throne of Blood, while it makes sense, not a lot of thrones in the film. They're sort of feudal samurai types who like to sit on the floor. As I said before, first time with a Kurosawa film, not disappointed at all. Didn't know what to think at first. The film starts and I'm a bit confused. Which happens a lot when I watch films. They sort of set up a bit of a plot like this castle, their forces are being depleted. Then very quickly we find out there are these two generals that are sort of leading the charge and fighting back and winning. The Lord of Spider's Web Castle invites them to sort of congratulate them. And they're on their way through the forest, and they are greeted by a forest spirit, or evil spirit, or it's just a spirit. So the spirit in the forest tells them their futures. So we got our two generals, Miki and Washizu. What is it? Washizu. This is horrible, I'm sorry. So Washizu and Miki are told their futures by the spirits. Basically, this is when things start going off the rails because when they get to Spider's Web Castle, they're both promoted as they were told they would be. So Washizu goes home to his wife, and his wife's a bit nuts. Wife sort of just fucks everything up in this. So the wife tells him, so that those bits of the future came true. That can mean only one thing. Your mate, he's going to go tell the Lord Commander guy at Spider's Web Castle that you're going to kill him because that's how you would ascend. Washizu sort of lets this roll off his chest. Oh, you're acting crazy, woman. But then things that she started to say look like they're happening, so it makes him go a bit off the rails. What we see in this film is it's a story about fate and destiny and not being able to fight that or alter it. It was a great film. It was so good. Like, didn't think after the first 5 or 10 minutes, I was sort of already thinking this might go on the bottom of my list, but then it just sort of, I don't know, it changes. It plays with what you think it's going to happen. Like, all the best films I've watched so far for this, it's because they turn out to be so different than what I perceived them to be going into it. Cinematography was great. Just some amazing, beautiful shots. Costumes were amazing. I mean, it's all in black and white, obviously, but like you could just tell the attention to detail. Based on this film, at least, I can definitely say now I'm a Kurosawa fan, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some more of his films further up the list. I love films like this, when like a character or characters are basically told what is going to happen to them. They go out of their way so much to try to make these things not happen, and they still develop, and they still happen around them based on their decisions to try to not make them happen. It's like this never-ending circle of like pain and misery. So now we get to the hard part. The ranking. Okay. As the film went on, I saw it kept creeping up the list, up and up and up, and I think when push comes to shove, Throne of Blood moves to the top of the list. I'm going to put it above Paris, Texas, into the new number 1 spot of my Two-Fiddy. Of course, I'm sure that's going to change over the next 240 some odd weeks. Do be sure to let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Agree or disagree? What are your thoughts on this film? Would you rank it higher than the films I've watched previously? Join me next time when I watch the next film on the IMDb top 250 films list and give you my thoughts and ranking for that. Until then. Another episode of the Two-Fiddy, and can you believe it? A new #1 film. Anyway, be sure to check out the last episode of the Two-Fiddy, right there, and watch some other stuff on Filmageddon, like right there. Good stuff, you'll be entertained, and definitely, as always, subscribe. Because if you subscribe, you won't miss out on the new videos when they come out. It's all for the best. Trust me.